Welcome to Modern Mystic Messages. I'm Teresa. Thank you so much for stopping by and clicking on the video. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, Soul Family. It's been a little bit since I've been able to do a collective reading for you all. I've been doing some live streaming and some other things, but I've been promising to get in here and take a look at the collective. So I figured while we're in the energy of the Lionsgate portal, this will be a beautiful time to get in here and take a look and see what kind of messages we can get from Spirit. Because truthfully, this is definitely a wonderful rebirth, manifestation, transformation portal time period. Will you in Lionsgate season? We'll be in the height of it in 2 days on the 8th, but those energies will continue to persist through the 12th. It's been active basically since the 26th of this month. Last month. So let's get in here and take a look and see what kind of messages Spirit will have for us. And of course, as always, we want to call in our tarot guides. Archangel Michael, please place the ring of protection around me and the viewer as well as we go into this reading. And Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Sandalphon, please allow me to channel the messages clearly, as well as the tarot guides, beings of the highest white light. We ask that you be with us. Yeshua, Lord Enki, and Thoth, we ask your guidance and direction as well. May it be all of you and none of me. Ashe. Okay. Well, I guess Spirit is ooh, now that's weird. Okay. I'm gonna take these. Interestingly enough, when I first started shuffling this, I can't even remember the card that was in here was about getting a new job, new home was the first card that came out, and I put it back. It's not far from the bottom of the deck here, but this is pretty cool too because there's two divine connection cards here. It says that, well, this one is the divine is sending you love and support, but the one that actually came out was connect with the divine. My mission is to keep the light in your eyes ablaze, along with hugs. If you give a hug, you get a hug, and that's the best medicine if you're having a bad day. And aging well. Aging is not a disease. We should be able to grow old and be healthy. So it feels like during this Lionsgate portal, part of the connecting with the divine is focusing on our emotional well-being, but also perhaps some physical healing, leveling up, rejuvenation, downloads, however that works out for you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have chakras here, tuning in to higher dimensions and raise your vibration. And of course, as always, this is a general reading, not a personal reading. So take what resonates and leave what does not. Let's get on in here. Wonder, awe, transcendence, and reverence came out here. But look, with transformation, who are you becoming? And surrender, trust your higher self. You in the Lion's Gate, that is for sure a rebirth, manifestation, portal. So truthfully, I think you're getting the green light to pull out the stops and do whatever it is you choose to do. And truthfully, how and what we can transform into and how and what we can manifest is under our control based on what we can choose to believe. Are you allowing yourself to believe in your manifestations? Or are you still listening to the peanut gallery? This is time to shut the peanut gallery out and listen to what your intuition and your guides are telling you and your inner being. Honestly, I think that's why a lot of us are put in that hermit mode or in that season of being alone, just to get the chatter out of our heads. Because universal oneness, we're all in this together. Consciousness is flowing without separation. We act as one. Yeah, we are kind of, but what we're talking about, everybody ain't on the same type of time we are as far as consciousness. So be aware of that. Truth seekers, strengthen your intuitive senses and lift the veil from your mind's eye for a clearer connection to source. And we already had this invitation to connect with the divine here. Expansive growth. You're experiencing an infinite loop of expansion. And I think it's getting ready to kind of bust out with some exponential growth here. It's certainly a time for it. Set that intention. Take it full advantage of all of the portals. We've been having like cosmic event after cosmic event and alignment and eclipse. And I mean, I'm not as up on all the astrology as I should be, but there are some amazing channels here with astrologers that can get into your particular astrology for your sign and look into that and work with those energies for sure. We got Shadow Dancer here. Embrace the wisdom within shadows, and Eagle Vision. See the future and seize opportunities. What are we just talking about? Vision it, see it. We're in that transformation cycle, so you may have to be doing some shadow work. There's always more of that to do, but the more we refine, the sharper our vision can be so that you can manifest. Wolf Leader is here, the power of community and family. Call in, and if you don't have actual family that's on your team, call in your soul family, because a lot of us don't. Some of us had to walk away from the biologicals in order to heal and expand and all of that. That's perfectly fine. Call in your soul family. Ooh, that's interesting. I don't even have this deck out, but the card that's in here is self-preservation, service to spirit, youthful experience with well-being. Wow, does that go back to this aging well card? Because I genuinely did not intend to pull this deck at all. It was just hitchhiking. That card was hitchhiking along with this particular deck. Wow. Somebody getting ready to glow up for real. Are you aging in reverse? Or you can be through this cycle. Ooh, we got Akashic Stargate here, aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. The central sun, abundance downloads, regeneration, and success, along with serious star blessings. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. Y'all, we keep wondering, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? It looked like Spirit is giving somebody a huge green light. Yes, we are there. And yeah, Halls of a Mentee initiation is at this bottom of the deck. Secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. So yeah, looks like you got a lot of goodies coming your way. And like I said, we are in the portal. Ooh. Now, when I split this deck, moving on came here. Better times are ahead. And then choice, choose your own adventure. So if you don't see it just yet, if you still are feeling kind of the rough ride or whatever you've been through, just know it's, and I know it seemed like we've been saying, yeah. It's, but if you really look at your situation, it may not be exactly where you want it to be, but learn to appreciate the movement forward, even if it seems like micro movements. I guarantee you, if you look back a year, 2 years, whatever, even if it's just an improvement in your attitude towards your manifestations or the way you feel about where you're at, you should be able to see some real progress there. And just know it's not as, you got more road behind you to reaching your goals than what you do ahead of you. It's closer than you know. Self-love is here. Appreciate yourself, and that's a huge key to reaching your manifestations and having these blessings open up to you. Yeah. As well as blessed here, live a blessed life. Everything we do and every word we speak is an opportunity for us to either give or receive a blessing, be the bearer of blessings today. That's another key towards actually reaching them. Uplift, we all rise together, celebrate the success of others. And truthfully, that getting that mindset together is another big key. It's easy to sit back and complain, I don't see it, I don't know, it's taking too long. Mm-mm. See it, know it, envision it, and understand that you're bringing it in with your active belief in it, for sure. Let's see what we got going on here. Yep, isolation is here with this loneliness, but why? Releasing. Purification, toxicity, and letting go, and to receive galactic guidance, telepathy, advice, advanced support. So if you feel like you're in isolation, it's definitely for a reason. To do that other round or however many rounds of shadow work or whatever it is that you got to go through, it's a refining process. Ooh, what's this? Higher perspective. That goes back to connecting with the divine. Let's see here. Ooh, this split on the golden dolphin. That's nice. Let's see if it wants to come back out. It's way too many. Hold on. Time travel came back out and dimensions. Oh, okay. We got some Akashic work to do. This sounds like a serious level up. And cosmic companion. This might be a time period where you have a contact of your own. And even if it's not, obviously, I mean, when I say first contact, you know what they're talking about on TV, but it could be a new spiritual guide connecting with you during this time period, or an unlocking of some of your spiritual skills or gifts, however you want to see that. Maybe opening up a new layer of astral travel or dimensional travel to you. But with this cosmic companion, I really think that you're going to be meeting another guide, or something about your relationship or the way you interact with your guides is about to change or become more amplified and obvious to you. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Okay, well, that may be what part of what's had you feeling weighed down. Ooh, okay. Whale and orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep, and then forge, don't follow. Pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. So in this manifestation portal is basically saying you can decide to be who and what you want to be, even if it requires tapping into this physical rejuvenation energy. Connect with the divine and do that so that you can get outfitted appropriately to do the work that you feel like spirit is calling you to do, or is of your heart's desire. Now let's see here. The reading that we're going to actually get into the actual tarot and the other the spread, so to speak. These were the oracles. We're going to look into Lemurian Star Child and the Golden Age Tarot today, along with the Beyond Lemuria cards. Ooh, want a universe creator. Look, telling you, you co-creating between this cosmic companion and connecting with the divine, yeah, you getting ready to pop off up in here. Find your star family in this cosmic game of hide and seek. You got galactic grandmother here, as well as wanted universe creators. So yeah, spirit is calling on you to allow this transformation. It's bigger than you know. I think you've been thinking, you've been playing yourself a little small, and I get it. We all do that. We all do that, but those things that you've been thinking about and it's so big you don't really want to tell nobody because you don't want to sound crazy. Look to me like you need to get ready for some of that stuff to start rolling in, because yeah, look, Buddha, heightened awareness. Well, I tell you, you don't know. It says make peace with your thoughts and your world. I'm trying to tell you, you're being given those thoughts for a reason. You are in the middle of a serious transformation. Wow, the divine director is here. Trust the process. Create space for divine order to unfold. Ooh. And Kuan Yin, enlightened action. Choose compassion, move forward with grace. So it's not going to be as hard as you think. It's more than you had dared to consider, but it's still not going to be as difficult as you think. Now for this spread, I'm not going to try to put it in the way they configure it, but it's a 10 card spread. I was going to pull along the way of the Celtic Cross anyway, but the Lemurian Star Child reading, or actually I think it's the Higher Self reading. We're going to take a look at some of those positions and layer them together. So let me pull these and then we'll take a look. Ooh, yeah. What was that? Let's see if it comes back out. We got flow, emergence, heart of ascension, know yourself, breathing, breathe the sun, and key to your freedom. Actually, I think these came in this way. So yeah. There it is. This is the one. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was that one. Fire of transformation is here. Ooh. This deck is harder to shuffle, but we're almost there. That's too many. You try one more time. Oh, what's that? This tried to come out earlier, so I really think that might be it. Especially since we had this cosmic companion over here and star connection. Like I said, it tried to peek out earlier, but I wasn't sure. But it actually jumped out the deck this time, so. There we go. Put it where we can see them a little better. Okay. And now. Oh. Oh, wow. I ain't see. Oh, wow. A lot came out here. We're starting out here with the Emperor, alignment of the heart with this flow card. That's wow. And then emergence is here with the 2 of light codes. Wait a minute. I think the light codes are the wands. We're going to see. The Emperor is here with Heart of Ascension. The 8 of light codes is Navigate from the Heart with Know Thyself. Infinite Realization is the 10 of activations. And the 4 of activations is here with Key to Your Freedom, Restful Renewal with the 4 of activations. Ooh, the Muse is here with Breathe the Sun, which is basically the Fool card. And the Sun popped out with his Fire of Transformation. Wow. Okay. The Priestess of Portals. That's of Cups. I think the Priestess is the King. I mean, like the King of Cups. Crystalline Staircase with the 5 of Portals. We're gonna take a look at that in the book to see, because these don't always mean the same thing that the traditional tarot means. So we're definitely gonna take a look at them. Uh-oh. Ooh, wow. Alignment of the heart, which is justice, is here with gracious receptivity and flow. So releasing control, allowing divine will is oceanic consciousness with gracious receptivity. That's pretty cool. Radical expansion is here with emergence. Wow. Ooh, water with overflow is here. The seamless unspeakable is here with navigating from the heart, and this meditation card here with, what is that? Breathe, I think I can't remember know yourself. Okay. And then we have communication, co-creation here. Surrender is here. Heart chakra. Unfurling back to love. And then throat chakra, expressing your truth. Transformation is here again. And then balanced forces. Okay. Interesting. Awakened awareness in our ancient future came out here, but truthfully, these were extra cards. It popped out. What's in the middle here? Healing. Okay. Got it. And then last but not least, wrong deck. Get ready to mess up. Ooh, 4 of Wands is here. And the Ace of Cups. Okay. Collective consciousness is here. And the 2 of Cups. Ooh, 2 right side by side. And this came all the way out, so I'm even going to take it Temperance is here with the Empress and the Ace of Swords. Galactic Souls. And the Tower. Okay. Yeah. It's like I said, I mean, we know we're in a transformation cycle, but with this star connection, I was trying to figure out where this Five of Portals came in, because it's the Five of Cups, which typically kind of has a connotation of crying over spilt milk, kind of part looking at what's lost to you, but there's also a little bit of a feeling of forget about what you lost, look at what you still have, and then balance forces is there with the Tower, so it really makes me feel more of that. But I want to look here and see what's going on with these. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bump this. So in the first position of this particular spread, like I said, it's not laid out exactly the way they have it, but it's our sense of self. It's how we feel about ourselves right now. And truthfully, in the Celtic Cross, that's also kind of like the Querence card. So we're starting out here with flow, as well as the Justice card. This is such a beautiful card to me too, this Justice. That feels like divine flow, but it is saying release control. And then this gracious receptivity also kind of further adds to that. And then the Four of Wands is a divine coupling, or it talks about a homecoming. In the Wands suit, it's like action towards your ideas or your ships, like say your ships coming in, so to speak. This is literally the card of your ships coming in. So once you get to this flow state and align the heart and allow it, yeah, your ships are coming in. Now, in the higher self reading, the second is it speaks to your imbalance. Others, it talks about others' projections, uh, things that can block this from coming to you. And we have here emergence. Celebrate sensuality, joy, right to enjoy, truly living. And then action plan, Two of Light codes, along with radical expansion and the Ace of Cups, which of course the Ace of Cups have to do with new beginnings and all that, but it's about the emotions as well. But I want to take a look here and see what the book has to say about this, like these Two of Light codes. Hold on a second. Hang on, I'm trying to get there. Yeah, the light codes are wands. I'm glad. So it's the Two of Wands. So it is moving towards it, but it's also that sense of a need, or is it coming yet? Is it coming yet? And this expansion is waiting on it. This is also the thing that can kind of block it a little bit, according to this. I think this emotional situation is kind of what's, it talks about the right to enjoy here with this emergence card. So it's not that there's anything actually blocking you at this point. I think it's just becoming aware that there's no longer anything standing in between you and that, other than, well, and for some of us, there's still some folks we may need to clear out, but I think it's more about being okay with the choices that you've made for the things that you do need to clear out or have already cleared out, and getting that together so that you can allow for this expansion and being okay with that. Let's see, we got the two. of light codes. The situation calls for a bigger picture perspective. Drop into your heart, assess your priorities, and map out a clear action plan to bring your dream life into reality. When you draw this card, let me show it. Let me get it out here. I'm so sorry. When you draw this card, the message is clear to create a clear action plan. Turn your ideas into reality through a set of steps that will actualize your visions. You've already downloaded the ideas and concepts into your energy field. It's time to consider what needs to be in place to spark them to life in the most efficient and inspiring way. And then, because of that, let's take a look at radical expansion too. Hold on. And it's interesting. I love the way these cards always line up because Emergence was here talking about celebrating and having moving into this joy, the right to enjoy and truly living. And then Radical Expansion is here kind of clarifying this. And then Ace of Cups is on the top, bringing you this emotional gift from the divine, this new beginning. But this card here is talking about living and loving at full capacity, being unapologetically you, self-expression, boldness, having a voice, taking up space, expansion, empowerment, owning your true power, being visible in the world, having fun with your magnificence, letting go of judgment, creative exploration, and radical ways of being. And it asks the question, what would it be like to live, love, and feel at full capacity? Do you imagine what it would be like? This card is about being truly and unapologetically you. The gifts you think are too bold for this world and those heartfelt experiences you believe you should hold back on might just light someone up. The physical self-expression that you dull down so you fit in, and those dreams that seem too vast could be precisely what the world is waiting for. And didn't I mention that earlier about the things that you or it's so big you kind of embarrassed to mention it because you don't want to sound crazy, and spirit is literally telling you dust them off and allow them to come into being, because this is what's happening for you right now. The block is you're not allowing those things. You've put them away and dusted them off because you didn't want to be too big, you don't want to be too loud. The hell with that. Spirit say it's time, get ready. You kind of a big deal and you about to rip you out the plastic because you about to be acting brand new too. And I know that's old, but I like that. I like it anyway. So there. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Next up in this spread, we have the resources within. This is a card reminding you of a wealth of treasure within yourself, which can help you to know and express yourself as the light you truly are. And this is Heart of Ascension, talking about love for all, playfulness, releasing the past. And that's basically all you got to do. That working on that forgiveness, unconditional love, that's not to say forgiveness means you got to still keep rocking out with them clowns. Nope, you let it go. Forgive yourself and them, let it go, and allow your heart to ascend. Sovereign cohesion is here, which is the Emperor, and then we have water, the overflow card, along with this collective consciousness, which is about coming together and using your voice. So let's see. Let me see. Sovereign cohesion, honor your boundaries and maintain them with integrity and lead by example. The traditional image of this card is of a powerful stoic leader, someone whose demeanor calls for authority and respect. The emperor represents the role of the paternal, fatherly protector and provider. This is the archetype of firmness together with fairness alongside knowledge, expertise, and rationality. When we embody and emanate security and stability, others feel safe and trusting. Drawing this card in a reading calls you to be strategic, responsible, and disciplined. Adhere to the plan until it's complete. This card may also invite you to take on a leadership role or welcome more of this energy in your current reality. So, with Heart of Ascension and water, yeah, I think it's tempering a bit of the with this overflow. Water is usually about the emotions, but I think you're going to put enough of this Emperor energy in with it so that when you come together with this collective consciousness, you're not flowing with the status quo. You're basically directing this overflow so they're flowing in and around you. You're still keeping that leader type energy because you are expanding and in a lighthearted way as well. But with this radical expansion, this is about you. It's like I said, it ain't about you melding into their stuff. You still in that emperor energy. You still kind of running things, not in a bad way, but like it's your dream and your expansion, your transformation. So it's supposed to be about you. This is about abundance, non-attachment, and the paradigm of no scarcity, allowing financial and energetic gifts to flow through and create more. Yeah. The being in this picture has many hands, and yet still the water is allowed to fall through her fingers. It blesses her in the moments it touches her radiant skin and then continues on its journey. Her heart is also overflowing with love. Her eyes are filled with tears. She allows what comes through to move her without control. She gracefully allows whatever she's feeling to be expressed, and she does so. As she does so, she radiates much life into the world. Yeah, that's why I said in this glow up, it's about being playful. And yes, there's some heartfelt emotions, but it's tempered with this emperor, this sovereign energy. So that's beautiful. Now we're moving right along to the external resources. This is talking about, people, resources, all of those sorts of things that can potentially help. And soulmate energy is here with this unification, the collaboration. The Two of Cups is here. But it also, to me, I think this is about merging with your higher self and your spirit guides. Yes, there may be a person coming in here because typically this is about collaborating with other people. But with ether, the seamless unspeakable here, and navigating from the heart with this meditate card, I think this is also about this merging with your inner being or higher self and your spirit guides. But let's see. Eight of Light codes. Tune into your heart and guide and steady you in the whirlwind of this transformational time. Be prepared to make swift choices aligned with your true self. This would normally be the Eight of Wands in the traditional tarot, so that definitely goes with that. This represents the energy of the heart chakra. It connects us to compassion, empathy, divine love, and oneness through heart-centered bliss. It is full of energy and motion. It propels you forward at a pace even faster than before. This card encourages you to go with the flow. You feel enthusiastic, and the forward momentum requires less effort than it may have in the past. Use this energy for generative change. So, as you get to know yourself in this meditative energy, it's saying that this energy is going to ramp up, and you are going to have soul family and stuff connecting with you, but you'll be able to basically control that. Just like I said, just be prepared for the ramp up of it. Yeah. Now let's see what 11 is here with the ether, the seamless unspeakable. This is the 0 point field, the void, the blank canvas, the threshold. It says anything is possible. Time to choose what you want to bring into your life. Endless possibilities, limitless paradox. Okay, that makes perfect sense because it's saying talking about the outside resources. As you get to know yourself, this energy is going to ramp up, and you have already, like I said, getting kind of doing this merging with the inner self, the higher being. But there's also going to be cooperative physical beings coming into place too. So as that energy starts flowing up and ramping up, don't be surprised if you get some seriously cooperative components coming in. Now, whether it's going to be romantic or not, I don't know. There is a 2-2 message here because we got the 2 of Cups here, and in this pile we have the 2 of Pearls or Pentacles. So it's like companionship and balance. And this is with breathing, and then this infinite self-realization, the 10 of Activations, which I think that's the 10 of Swords, but it doesn't mean the same thing. We're going to see. And then the communication, co-creation. Let's see what it does mean. But the breathing, of course, is about feeling your body, purity, clarity, that doing the breath work, and about expression. It does definitely indicate expression there. Let me see. This is embracing whatever is approaching brings limitless possibilities. Holding on to the past will create circumstances requiring you to find your heart. This is an inevitable ending. So this is, like I said, this is the 10 of Swords. And in this position, it was talking about this is the light family. It reminds you to ask for help from beings that you're surrounded by every moment. Your loving family of light. It says, will you give yourself permission to receive their guidance, support, and unconditional love as messengers from the divine, mirroring the Creator's love for you? They honor your sovereignty. They have a particular message for you today, which is you're definitely closing a chapter, and you may have to close some of the uncomfortable stuff that goes with it. It says this is an inevitable ending. While it may not be the easiest process, it's time to let go and come to a place of acceptance of how it is. It will be more painful to resist the natural process of returning things to equilibrium. This card implies that whatever you're going through right now is the darkest hour before the dawn, and from here, things will start to look up. And again, with this breathing, this notion of this breathing card, and meditation is where you're going to find the way to work your way through that. But expression is here, and communication, co-creation, along with this 2 of Pentacles, which is balance and choice. That's interesting. Let's see what we got over here. Nonverbal communication, love language, telepathy, unique ways of communication, light language, multidimensional information, community coexistence, relationships, meeting our higher selves, and really seeing someone, or deeper listening. But we just talked about merging with the higher self, and we got this 2 and then this 2. So yeah, it's especially helpful as you're closing out cycles, because like I said, there's some uncomfortable things you may have to button up or walk away from, or become okay with walking away from. But yeah, this information and this balance will help you get through with that, because it says infinite self-realization here. And this will help you be able to balance those relationships and welcome in newer ones, truthfully. We normally think of information as something that can be written or spoken, but if something is multidimensional, it's almost impossible to share it with words. I feel I have quite a lot of information in my field now, and yet my intelligence cannot fathom it. Metaphor or song may hint at its vastness, but it's more like a reminder or catalyst that encourages something to stir inside the listener. And that may be a huge part of what's going on now, because you can feel that something's happening. You've been feeling that something's happening, or you wouldn't be looking for confirmations and readings and trying to get some direction and trying to steer this and learn how to manifest and kind of guide it the way it needs to be, of course you feel it's happening. It's not that easy to put into words though, but you may not have to put it into words, just understand it and be able to help direct it somewhat. Now let's see. Whoa. Oh, okay. In the sixth position, typically in the Celtic cross, that's what's coming up for you in like the future or the near future. In the higher self reading, it's the gift for the self. So it's showing you that a gift that is emerging from your healing process for yourself. And in here we have the key to your freedom. It's your healed inner child, creating inner safety and your self kindness. That is huge, because that genuinely is the key to unlocking all of this. In our trauma state, we often walk away from things because we've been told what happens at home stays at home. Somebody else got it worse than you. Suck it up, buttercup. Life isn't fair. Who do you think you are? Somebody else always got it worse. All of those things we're told. So when we decide we're going to put our big girl panties on or our big boy pants on, oftentimes we just throw our traumas behind a steel wall or curtain and just walk away from them. And we don't address them until later. But when we do that, we lock our inner child back there with all that trauma and pain. We have to go back and rescue our inner child before we can complete this metamorphosis. Because it's our inner child that drove all of these dreams in the first place. We don't get to leave him or her behind. We have to go back and get them. And honestly, that is our key to freedom, this healed inner child. Along with, there is some help, some assistance from spirit here. Temperance is here. And of course, we do have to surrender. And how do you do that? In this Four of Swords energy through meditation, this restful renewal. Let's take a look at that. The way those cards lined up is just crazy. The surrender with restful renewal and temperance to heal the inner child. That's like a big old fluffy bear hug from spirit to allow you. It's like cradling you to allow you that space to heal that inner child. This is a time to rest, retreat, and reflect on where you've been and where you're going. Just as the crystal skulls have lain in the earth waiting for the right time to bloom their ancient wisdom codes, so it is time for you to take a deep breath before you start your next project or interface with the world again. Inner rest and retreat are the themes of this card. In whichever way you can, create a sanctuary of meditation, peace, and calm. Replenish your energy by connecting with the life force from your higher self. This card encourages doing this on your own, taking solo time, including keeping words to a minimum. A silent retreat may be a good option right now, especially if you cannot switch off from your current surroundings. It may be time to reevaluate your life and process some recent experiences, or allow yourself time to sit with the beingness of existence. So yeah, go within, do this work, and if you need to do, like I said, shadow work, inner child work, you know what it is for your specific self. And if you don't, look up some guided meditations or go to a couple of, there's some pretty good psychologists here on YouTube that have information about how to do inner child work or shadow work. They may give you some prompts and things to help with that. Yeah. Oh, I'm in the wrong book here. Oh, that's not going to help. And here we have surrender, trust, letting go of control, free flow, receptivity, yin energy, inner knowing, intuition, synchronistic opportunities, getting out of your way, the path of least resistance, allowing who you naturally are to flourish. And the way to get to all of those things is by letting go in meditation. Surrendering can be one of the hardest things to do. Trusting that we can achieve more by loosening our control can take great courage. Sometimes the most constructive way forward is to stop forcing things into being rather than allowing, inviting, and drawing a project into being. The energy here is of frustration, as if you're pushing something heavy up a mountain. At these times, gravity or flow don't seem to be on your side. Use this awareness as a guide when you start to detour from your path. When control is released, so too is resistance. And temperance is telling you, let it go. This restful renewal period is going to be key. It is your key to freedom. Like, seriously. All right. And now we have your gift for the world. This part of your reading prompts you to recognize how your path of healing is a great gift for many people, not just yourself. It will ultimately bring gifts and medicine for the collective. And in this position, we have Breathe the Sun. This is about pineal activation, more just relax and let go, and truthfully being present. This is allowing the rest of this transformation, allowing this ascension. One of these cards, we got emergence here. Several of these cards are about ascension, knowing yourself, breath work, heart of ascension, emergence, flow. Allow this, and this is part of your gift to the world. The Fool is here, tickled by the spirit, where it's the Muse in this deck with the Empress. The Fool and the Empress together, that's a powerful manifester. With this heart chakra, you balance this heart chakra, and we got to look at this, because, yeah, that is literally birthing new worlds from a spiritual aspect, too. Let's see what we got here. Tickled by the free spirit, it's time for new beginnings. Be a free spirit and embrace the unknown. This card brings a playful reminder to have an open and curious mind. The energy of the Muse is that of a free spirit, daring to jump and embrace the unknown, even if you don't feel completely equipped. This playful, childlike archetype treats everything as an adventure. There's much growth and development. Rather than taking life so seriously, the Muse inspires you to see it as an experiment. There is the energy of limitlessness and spontaneity. This card reminds you to relax and have fun, get out of your own way, and know that the universe has your back. And when you're in this abundant, fertile energy of the Empress, a playful, free-spirited Empress, you can make anything that you desire. So that truly is your gift to the world, to allow this ascension and be the powerful, energetic, and physical manifester that you know how to be. Let's see here. We've got this heart chakra. Love for oneself and others, relationships, compassion, forgiveness, empathy, connection, receptivity, acceptance, and generosity. This chakra card represents love in its many forms. It reminds you that everything in life can unfold into love or fear. When unfurled back enough, the foundation of all you seek lies in the universal desire and right to feel love and be loved. Love heals. God is love. This is the force that will change the world. That is your gift to the world, is allowing yourself to feel into this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. In this Empress Fool energy, that is amazing. And you're going to speak it too, because what do we have up next here in the, this is the challenge within. And again, it's more the same, fire of transformation. this allowing finish letting this rebirth happen. This is radical purification, violet flame energy. Talks about surrendering and allowing this resurrection, this rebirth to happen. And it's here with the sun and the throat chakra, expressing your truth, and the ace of swords, which is the truth. That's clarity, conviction. Let's see, we've got everything is fine. I love the sun card. These are some gorgeous cards anyway, but everything is fine. Let your inner child shine. See, we had to heal the inner child over here. And with this transformation, they're going to come out and do the damn thing. The spirit is saying that's what they want to happen. That's what's supposed to happen. Let your inner child shine. Look to what brings you joy to inspire you moving forward. The wonderful energy of this card represents vitality, success, and abundance. It radiates with joyful luminescence. The divine is expressing itself through you and your overflowing gifts. And we just finished with water back there. Yeah. This is, like I said, this whole, we started out with flow and expressing and healing. Like I said, just really allowing yourself to lean into this last part of this transformation. The presence of this card connects you to the center of your being and sacred sun energy with authentic strength and will, no matter what is going on around you. This is your portal back to infinite life force. This is a time of positivity, vibrant energy, and good health. You're reminded that what lights you up also benefits others, and you're called to shine your light forth. There is a natural enthusiasm and zest for life. If things are feeling less than shiny right now, know that everything will work out. Feel confident in the energy of what this card represents and that it is ready for you to receive it. And once you do, you're going to be speaking your truth, because how can you not? People going to really want to know how you did this anyway. And I got a feeling speaking your truth is going to help expand your abundance as well. I mean, it'd be kind of selfish to just sit on this and not do it. You didn't even manifest all this stuff for just you. Nobody wants to sit on a mountaintop by themselves. Come on now. We know better. Express your truth, expression, communication, your own creative language, sharing your spirit, accepting your originality. This is about truth and authenticity. This chakra is the origin of expression. It is the source of the life spark that inspires our aliveness and strokes the creative fires in others. See, like I said, you calling in all of this soul family with this 2-2 energy. So you're going to speak your truth and inspire them. The glowing song, this is the outer sharing of our inner being, the glowing song of our soul on the winds of our flight to understanding more of who we are. Connect to the crux of your potential and take it further than you could have imagined. As spirit fuses into the tangible, it actualizes as a platform for greater experience, and new facets are sculpted, seeded, and shared as a fractal of light in the form of our own unique language. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Right here with this clarity of the Ace of Swords. That is awesome. Now we have the possible. That was the challenge within. The external challenge is, divine masculine energy here. Rise of true gentle power, true strength. And here with the priestess of portals. So like that King of Cups energy with transformation and the galactic souls. So it's kind of like tempering. Empress energy is all about the divine feminine, and it's the external challenge is balancing this. So whether you're a female is having to balance toxic masculinity into a healthy form of masculinity within creation, or whether you are a male that's having to balance your divine masculine energy and step into the Empress energy for balance of manifestation and creation. Either way, it's calling for you to use your heart space energy to balance that. Let's take a look here. 49. Yeah, this is the king. The priestess of portals in this deck is the equivalent of the king of cups. It's time for you to lead with your heart rather than your head. Yep. So, and the divine masculine energy is calling to lead, but it's like I said, this is clarified by saying you're going to lead, but you're leading with your heart from a balanced position. Um, Listen to your intuition and the subtle yet potent messages of dreams, visions, and meditation. This card is a reminder of how intuitive you are. Even if you're uncertain of this deeper awareness, it's time to trust your inner sense of knowing. You're in deep flow, synchronized with your surroundings, able to listen with your heart. Seeing the best in people and circumstances from this perspective, you keep their humanness in mind while seeing the divinity reflected in their eyes. You're invited to feel your way through the situation at hand, leading with your heart rather than your head. Allow yourself to listen to your dreams, visions, and any messages you may receive in meditation. And this is here with this transformation card and the galactic souls, which is this is your soul family. Not only the ones that are reaching to you through the other side of the veil, these galactic guides, but I think it's also the other starseed soul family personally embodied here on earth that you're going to be doing this leading with. I mean, that you are going to be leading, not leading with. You're calling in a soul tribe or galactic souls to be a gentle leader amongst them as well. So you got it coming. The guiding family from the other side, as well as the tangible family, is coming in. Transformation is about self-nurturing, going within, time alone, being present with your feelings, cocooning before the butterfly, being gentle on yourself in an angelic embrace. She was saying this card started with the name. She said she needed a hug, so she painted one. During the process, the image underwent a profound transformation that paralleled the journey she was taking within herself. This card signifies going inwards and being truly present wherever you're at in your process. It emits a sense of self-nurture and space that's held together as a container for our delicate and vulnerable gestation periods. Yeah. And the final image is filled with blessings. Like an angelic embrace, this care emanates from the being, implying that she's creating it for herself. The most powerful healing comes from a place of presence and acceptance for all that doesn't try to fix anything or push things away. Is that the last card in the deck? No, there's one. There's a couple others. And then our final card in our stack in this is our new opportunities. And this is Star Connection. Now we had Galactic Souls over here, but more the same. And didn't I mention earlier that we may be opening up some new connections? Excuse me, with some of our star family, our cosmic companions that we saw here. Yeah, guidance from the stars, from our galactic self, and from the unified field. So there will be a deepening of connection here. And of course, we have the five of portals here, this crystalline staircase, along with balance forces and the tower. Now, this is kind of an unexpected change, kind of a divinely directed change, so to speak. So let's see what this is all about. We've got, oh, I can't even see now. Reclaim your power by shifting your perspective. Focus on your blessings rather than your problems. Challenges can be transmuted into lessons and gifts that help shape your desired future. And honestly, that's kind of what, and again, I mean, this one does hold true to the meaning of the Five of Cups, because is in the traditional tarot, it's literally like three cups being kicked over, but behind them there's two in the corner that are still standing, and you two is plenty. That's all you really need, because you're transforming into something amazing here. So this isn't a time to get caught up in all that you're leaving behind or gotta walk away from or had to cut loose. It's about being thankful for what's still standing and knowing where you're headed, what you got that you're heading towards. Yes, it's a bit of a shakeup, and yes, it can be disappointing, but you do have spirit with you as well as a star connection. That's more than enough. And we got these balanced forces here that's going to also help out with that. Let's see what this is. Yin and yang, productive flow, masculine and feminine energy. And then we had the Empress here along with this divine masculine energy, which is you balancing that out within yourself. It's the balance of duality, patriarchal paradigm being rebalanced, equality, balance, and perspective. The Lemurian people are said to have been androgynous, meaning they were not a specific gender. As they were only partially formed in the physical realm, they did not inhabit a paradigm of duality. They were a perfect balance of what became masculine and feminine energy as it densified in physical form. We all hold a mix of masculine and feminine energies within us. Masculine energy is more about focus and a forward direction, while feminine energy is more holistic and peripheral. Masculine energy is that of logistics and actioning desires into being, and it has more of a controlled and rigid vibration. Feminine energy is freer flowing, nurturing, and creative and receptive. Both sides are to be celebrated, but in our efforts to rebalance, inequality and prejudice can occur. So yeah, but you, like I said, this is with this, everything else is so balanced. Spirit is going to help you with that. I think this tower situation is going to come along and remove some things that are going to help you be able to finish this season out and rebalance. I think that's why the spread is closing that way. So yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. I really, really think, I just want to see. We're gonna close out with one more set of cards here. These are just some healing spirits. Let's see if we can get a message from the divine on the way out the door. It's time to move forward. That life lessons again, but you're in the middle of that. Natural healing power is here. To overcome, you first have to climb. You've done a lot of climbing, though. Like I said, I think we're in the going within stage, so that you can allow the rest of this radical, this fire of transformation to finish doing its thing. You're about to go into the chrysalis now. And once you do, Spirit is saying, share the gift. Okay? This is your reading, soul family. I thank you so much for joining me today. If you got benefit from this, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you know someone that can benefit from it, please don't hesitate to share. Subscribe if you have not already. And I do look forward to connecting with you all in the future. We will be doing some live streams later on in the week, perhaps tomorrow. I will post that in the community tab when I'm about to go live. In the meantime, take care of yourselves and each other. I love you so very much. Thank you. Namaste.